Mic check, mic check. Let me know if you can hear me. 6 hours. Give me a second. I'll answer that question, Blim, in a second. Can you guys see my screen and hear me right now? I need some response in the chat. Am I good mic-wise? Cool. So today's session is only going to be a half hour long. Normally it's going to be an hour. So today's just going to go to 12:30. Starting next week, I'm going to do 12 and, what's up, Asher? Starting next week, I'm going to do Monday and Wednesdays. But today's probably be a little shorter, just because I got some personal things going on. And, there's not a ton to look at. So let's go. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I am Mr. Green. What's up, Wick? I am Mr. Green. I am one of the Phantoms here at TradePhantoms. What today we're going to do is talk about institutional order flow, which is basically just professional strategy. I lost on decision, Possum. Hell of a fight, though, man. When I get the recording, I'll upload it for you guys, man. Close, really close fight. But I was happy with it, you know. I gave my best on it. So, I'm just trying to eat my little sandwich here while I go. So, so those of you, some of you in here already are Phantoms. I get that, so that's cool. You know, welcome back. Some of you, yeah, man, it is what it is. I don't even care about the loss, but I appreciate it, brother. And some of you that are new, you know, you're going to get an opportunity to take a look at the power of institutional order flow and how it works in all markets. So, you know, we're going to specify in the Forex market today. Hey, thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. So the pair that I'm going to focus on today is the Aussie dollar. Okay. And the Aussie dollar, there's something, you know, that I teach people in the, there's something that I teach people in FX called my process. It's basically, you know, been my trade plan for the last 7 years. I mean, I've been trading and investing for well over a decade and teaching it for almost that time too. So, you know, what I want to look at today is within the process, right? You know, we want to buy low, sell high, no doubt about it. Okay, whether you're in a stock, a commodity, a currency pair, whatever it is. Okay, in currencies, you know, you're doing two things, because if you look up here where it says AUD USD, that's Australian and that's USD. So right now I'm bearish on the dollar. So that means I'm going to go long on this pair. So if you look at my chart here, I'm on a weekly. Let's start up at the top. There's always three things that you got to do. It's called top-down multiple time frame analysis. You got to create a range. So on a monthly chart, we look here, and this basically is kind of like our football field, right? It's telling us where we are in our level, and where the Fibonacci is located. We're in the middle of it, all right? Then we want to check our trend. What do we got here? Can we all agree that we have an uptrend? Can I get a yes on that? Give me some help. Make sure that you guys are paying attention. So I have an uptrend, and I'm in the middle of the range, which means I'm buying, all right? Give me a yes if we're tracking. I've set my parameters. What that means is we want to find a spot where institutions are buying, okay? Because if you look right up here, look it. What do rookies do? Rookies buy up at the top. They chase price action. Mr. Black talks about that a lot on TikTok, right? They chase that sweet price action. We don't want to be suckers like that. We want to wait for price to come back, which we do. You can see I have a buy entry. I just made this a Trade Phantom trade pick this morning. We have a buy entry down here. So let's kind of fine tune it. Let's look. And we're going to drill down, and we're going to start looking at some levels. So now I'm on a daily time frame, and I have a great imbalance of orders here. So basically where I'm drawing this little yellow circle around, is what you would call an area of institutional order flow, and there's an imbalance here, okay? So I want you to just follow. I want you to go through the candles with me real quick, okay? This daily red candle, each candle represents 1 day's worth of action here. This candle right here, drop, okay? It's called the drop. Sellers controlled the market for that day. Then all of a sudden you have a basing candle, right? Some of you might call it a doji, whatever, okay, right here. It's a little green, so it was a little bullish, but it's a basing candle, all right? And then you got a rally. That's going to be a demand zone. You want to buy in demand zones, sell in supply zones, okay? Because what happened here is when banks and institutions they bought super heavy, and that pushed price up drastically. But when they bought heavy like this, not all those orders necessarily got filled. Now, this is where we come into play. Okay, because the rookies are all buying up here. And look, let me ask you a question. If you bought up here, how'd you do? It's not a retest. It hasn't come back down yet. My buy entry's right here. Price has not hit there yet. Look at this level is completely pure, my friend. Price has never come back to that level. Do you see what I'm talking about? It's close. It's close to getting filled right now. You might have thought that wick came in and hit it right there, but it hasn't. This level is clear. But this isn't actually where, this probably isn't actually, yeah, they didn't do a good job. But this isn't actually where I found the level, my friend. I found the level on the 4 hour. So I have something here. Actually, I found the level on a 3 hour. I found the level here on something I call a GPZ. All right. A GPZ, a drop base rally, base rally, all right? So I call this a green proven zone, all right? You can see where my buy entry is, okay? Price is only a retest if it's come down and hit where you're going to buy. Prices, let me ask you a question. Since prices left this level, price left where I'm buying right here. I just want you to answer this question, my friend. Since price has left this level, has it ever come back? You guys can all answer. Has price ever come back to this level? Not all at once. Nope. It hasn't. So its level of purity is 100%, which is good. Now, there's some people, Blimp, there's some people that like retests. I'm not against it. Some people like confirmation. I'd rather the better R to R. So I've got my entry here. All right, I got my entry at 66.35. I got my stop loss here. I'm covering this whole level over here. And then I got a good R to R. So what I really want you to understand right now is, okay, and if you see my take profits up here, before you place a trade or an investment, you should always know the outcome of your investment or trade before you get into it, all right? You should know exactly what you're risking, all right? What percent? 2% max risk, right? You can do less. In this particular case, I did take 2%. All right, I did risk 2% on this trade. That's 2% of my account, all right? Now, this is a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio with a very attainable take profit. Now, this is a swing trade, something that you're going to hold for maybe a couple weeks or a month or something like that. But you got a shot at an 8% return here on one trade, which I like too. I really do like this trade. That doesn't mean it's going to work. There's been plenty of trades I like that didn't work. But the key to all of this is following your rules, right? So Marco, yeah, absolutely, man. And like, you know, for anybody in here that's new or just kind of coming to check us out, what I'm showing you right now is how a professional trades. Most people, like I said, would have bought up here at the top, like a retail trader and investor, okay? So what I'm trying to show you is it doesn't matter what you're trading. It doesn't matter if you're trading cryptos or commodities or options or stocks or Forex right now, right? Or futures or anything. IOF, supply and demand, is what moves the market. When there's more buyers than sellers, price is going to go up. When there's more sellers than buyers, price is going to go down. The banks and the institutions are the ones that control the majority of the market because they control the majority of the money. So it's our job as the little people to do the best that we can to follow them. Give me a yes in the checkbox if that makes sense. All right. So Marco, if you'd like to get signed up with us, okay, what I would recommend you do is go to TradePhantoms.com. Okay, this is our webpage. Trade Phantoms Elite has been around for well over a number of years. Trade Phantoms Pro has been out for over a year. You can come to TradePhantoms.com. You can check out the membership plans if you want to. I usually recommend people starting off with a complimentary class. Just click on register here. All right. And when you register there, it will bring you up to this page, and then it will be very, very easy. And we will have a class here. That's me, Anthony Alexander Lebate, known as Mr. Green. Yeah, and you just put your name in, your number, and you sign up for the class. And this week's class is going to be Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This will show you everything what we'll cover in the class. You know, I can see a couple of you are on the webpage now. Very cool. You signed up, Marco. Okay. Do you know anybody that's a Phantom, man? Probably, because you seem like you're pretty engaged with it. We talk a lot about this class, three-directional trading, making money in a down market, an up market, a sideways market, you know, how to grow a small account into a larger account, you know, how a professional trades. I mean, the problem, look at the word professional, you do. Okay. Sony's all right, cool. He's been with us for a little while. All right. So yeah, we'd love you to come by, and you know, if you decide in this class alone, you're going to learn a lot. Mr. Black will be there as well to help answer questions with me. I will be teaching this week's class. You know, we'll learn an awful lot. All right. Thanks, Possum. Appreciate it, man. Hey, I didn't pay Possum to say that either. But I've been doing this for a while. There's a lot of good stuff on the internet, a lot of great education. A lot of my friends are out there. They have their own things. There's a lot of crap. There's a lot of stuff that's good, but it doesn't get you to where you need to go. I would say check our reviews out. You know, we've got like a 4.92 on Trustpilot. I've consulted for various companies. This so far has obviously been my favorite. Our community is really cool. Everybody's super engaged in trading. But you've got to want it. You know, that's why I say, you know, there's no get rich quick. Come check us out. Come to the free class. See if this is the right fit for you. You know, if it is, membership plans are very, very, very cost effective. $100 and some $120, $139 a month, $100 a month in some extra programs, you know. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. But if it is, then you come check it out. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's do some advanced stuff. We got a big week coming up with inflation. We want to pay attention to that. So I just gave you some charting. I'm going to give you another area of FX that's important. Supply and demand is the ultimate trump card in everything. FX specifically. Okay, we'll go. Joey, we'll check that out next, brother. I got you. So, I think the problem with that one though, Joe, is I don't think on the chart it's set up right. But I'll check it out. Things that we want to pay attention to is we do get a Fed meeting next week. So, you know, FX is the one market definitely that is influenced by central bank and monetary policy, and even some political stuff. Some people, you want to just call it news events. That's fair. So I'm a big economics guy. Jared, most of us have all gone. Jared, you either have that defective character or you have the you either have that defective character or you have the defective character where you're afraid to place trades, brother. I was in your boat, so I get it. But, you know, economics is a big part of FX too. So, you know, when we land management. Yeah, man, you get paid, brother. Email Mr. Black. Tell him that I said that he owes you money. So, I'm a big economics guy. What's up, Brandon? I've been a big economics guy. That's going to add to IOF. It's just an odds enhancer. It's another thing that's going to capitalize. So we want to pay attention to inflation this week. Next week we got a big Fed meeting. Okay, so we want to keep an alert on that. New Zealand. Here's a problem with New Zealand dollar, I think. No, I take that back. Okay. All right. I would say this, though. 60.80 is 70 pips away. I'm not saying not to take this because I love 60.80. You don't even gotta sell me on 60.80. You know that's one of my sweet spots. But I'd rather wait for that retrace. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You got a drop base rally. I mean, it's at 70 actually. I'd take that trade. So basically what happened here is you can see over here, I'll draw a circle around it. You got a drop base rally. Not all the orders got filled here necessarily. So what happened? That creates an imbalance of order flow. So what my man here that just brought up is, yeah, I'd wait for price to retrace. You don't want to buy up here. Like we said, when you buy high, and I'm not talking about buying on drugs. That's not smart either. But when you buy high on the chart, yeah, don't drink and drug and trade. Doesn't help. Trust me. Actually, I've never tried it. I've been sober 14 years. A lot of you guys know that. I was never in the market when I was using or drinking. I have to probably say it's probably not a good idea. Trading drunk, probably not the smartest thing to do. So, yo, Jared, anything that helps you focus, brother. Adderall, make sure it's doctor prescribed. Just trying to follow compliance. So we got a healthy retracement. This is a good trade. I just want to show you something, though. Hey, someone, who was this that brought up New Zealand dollar? Write in the chat real quick, because this is a good pick. All right. So look at this, and then look at this. Go back to the trade. Do you see how this is much closer? These Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar, this is a little advanced. Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar kind of travel together at the same pace. Okay? This is a little further down. So I'm not telling, New Zealand dollar is a little further down. So I'm not telling you not to take it. I'm just telling you that I think Aussie's going to fill. Frank, Joe, I'm also going to tell you that I'm more bullish on the Australian dollar than I am the New Zealand dollar, so that's why I like the Aussie better. But good pick, brother. Good pick. Couple other things we want to check, because I told you today would be a short class. Yeah, Rebecca, I'll get to that in a second. We want to keep pace of this Fed funds rate. All right. So as we can see right now, we're 100% priced in to make a move next week. This is a Fed meeting. So that's why we want to pay attention to the inflation. The question is how much is it going to be? Is it going to be this decrease? Is it going to be 25? Is it going to be 50? Yeah, absolutely. So those are all things we want to pay attention to too. And like I always try to tell people, pay attention to your indexes, even as an FX guy or gal. I've called this since the sell-off happened a couple months ago. I believe by the election, so I still got 2 months to continue to say this, that price will be back at all-time highs at the S&P. I do believe that. Once you start decreasing interest rates, the market shall fly. It will move up, and the dollar will go down. That's what we call a risk-on market, right? That's why those of you that know me very well, I'm completely bearish on the USD right now, and I'm definitely bullish on gold. Don't mess with gold. All right. So, Rebecca, last thing I'll say, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Guys, like I said, this is going to be a regular thing for me coming in here again. So starting next week, I'll be on for an hour each day. Mondays, I will be on 12 to 1. And Wednesdays, I'll be on 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay? So YouTube, I'm back. Today, I just got to do a short session just because I'm trying to get my affairs back in order here, my life. Rebecca, we got a free class this week. I know this stuff's probably way over your head right now. That's okay if it is and you're in the right place. Come to TradePhantoms.com, sign up for the complimentary trading and investing class, okay? It's 90 minutes about, I'm going to teach it this week. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn what it looks like to be a professional trader and investor, whether it's a full-time gig, half-time gig, whatever it is, how to make it a consistent stream of revenue. To do that, you need to know how a pro trades, right? Up, down, sideways, whatever you want to call it, right? You should tell them to give you some money, Possum, for scaring you. Say you got PTSD now over it. Different asset classes are better. Yeah, so we're going to talk about Forex, futures, options, stocks, ETFs, the whole nine. We're going to go through all that cool stuff. And I hope to see some of you there. I can see when you guys pop up on the page from it. So as I said, today's a short class. I will be back fully on. Well, I mean, those of you that are not those of you that are Phantoms know we got classes all week. Those of you that are not Phantoms, that you're still sitting around figuring out if it's the right thing for you, I will be back on YouTube next week, full schedule. Other than that, for my Trade Phantomites, I'll see you in the live tomorrow at 10:30. As always, everybody have a great day.